Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm so glad you came to join me today. And I welcome you to the Advancement Center and to the world of magic and miracles. Yeah. Robert and Simeon have been the clarions of truth ever since we relocated to America. And as of June 2018, their voices were joined by David's, Genya's, and mine. These 3 years have certainly been proving grounds for us, and now it is our turn to carry on into the future with their ever present inspiration. This week has been filled with gifts, and two that remain so vivid for me is Genya's Lazy River of Life. In fact, one morning I just came out here, sat on a lounge chair, and I was on that lazy river for an entire morning, and it was magic. Thank you, Genya. And of course, on Friday, David gave everyone the catchphrase of their lives when he said, release the magic. And that's what we do every time we're here. We release the magic. Wow. Yeah. Oh, that's so exciting. I just came across a wonderful definition um, and purpose for the Advancement Center. And I'd like to read it to you now. As humans, we are designed to receive and transmit from every part of our being. And this has been used to control us as a mass entity. If, however, here's where the Advancement Center comes in, we transmit first, we are capable of deciphering what we receive in a much more powerful and exact manner than ever before. This can only be done if we have our own personal power system working. We must be alive and sparkling with the energy from our origin and the motion of our own spirit, just like little children who can't wait to get out of bed and play. When we take the initiative, everything falls into place, and the world of magic and miracles becomes a reality once again. Simplicity follows, and you lift yourself beyond all worlds to the vast expanse of your own being and its ventures beyond infinity. And I see that as the purpose for the Advancement Center to be in all of our lives. And 3 times a week is a wonderful dosage. And I just loved reading that. And as usual, no, it's not usual, it's special. It is my pleasure to report that more than a dozen new friends responded to my invitation on Facebook this week. And now I'm going to read you what they read and responded to. So it said, in bold print right there on Facebook, it said, when we step into the world of our Creator, we look around now. We look in front, behind, up, down, everywhere. We don't just look up to the light. We're standing in it. We're not at a distance. We're right there in the middle of everything, experiencing exactly what the Creator experiences because we just do. And when you go beyond all worlds, you can look back and see the world you just left. And you can look forward and see the world you're going into. And you don't have to understand. But when you do it, you feel great. You feel a great satisfaction of being who you are, endless, living forever, appearing everywhere, and knowing everything. What a gift from Robert. That was wonderful. It was wonderful. Uh, let's see. Did I lose track of where I am? Maybe. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here's a little bit of history. But sometimes the story of the history is just so delightful and impacts the present. And it's wonderful and my pleasure to share it with you. When I first met Robert Young, he sat across from me at a dinner table at a friend's house. And this was all in Australia. I recall distinctly saying, because I think I had been single for a very long time, I said, I remember there was a time when good friends created dinner parties to have friends meet wonderful new friends. Everything falls into place, and the world of magic and miracles becomes a reality once again. And that was the beginning of where I wanted to be my entire life. So that was wonderful. And thanks for listening to that. A short time later, I remember in our apartment, Robert told me the story of walking through the bush and his knees buckled when he heard, "At all times, think of me and nothing else." That is the solution to everything. I heard it, but the vision of having those words buckle Robert's knees has never left me. And what's interesting is, whoa, sorry. It's the wind is coming up. Lately, everyday concerns have come barreling in, usually in the middle of the night. And I can attest to the calming influence of just saying this truth. We are holding this solution for everyone. Every one of you here listening at this moment, do you realize that we hold that solution for everyone, for the world, for the universe? As a matter of fact, I would say it is the linchpin of the Advancement Center, and we understand that. I'm being careful of the wind. So now that we have magic and miracles at our fingertips, we can start to play like children and enjoy the wonders of the world in front of us, of the world that is hidden, and of the world that we like to create. Everything that you can possibly imagine, you can experience. And the experience is one that involves everyone, but does not capture any one person into your flow. It's a unique flow that involves everyone, but does not demand one thing from any one person. It just is. So at this time, it is most important to empty your mind and allow nothing but life to penetrate the experiential walls of your existence. Assumptions, conclusions, comparisons, or rules sound familiar? They will only hamper the vision of what you are about to receive through channels that have never been opened in your world before. The simplicity of your life and everything in it can only be as it was when you were a child. The true world of fantasy and the playful world of a child will open the way to many new and exciting prospects that will eventually form into a happy and most powerful world for you to live in. And we are here to say, you, each and every one of you are about to reveal to the world that there is another way of existence, and there is a way for you to access the interface with the most powerful and mystical part of your being. Nothing has been mentioned or even considered in this light, even though there have been strange experiences in everyone's life that have proven that something more powerful than what we know is present in the world. Many theories have been put forward, but no one has actually attempted to harness the endless combinations of the random interface that exists between us and the thing you refer to as your personal supercomputer. Yeah. I hope you've all had an opportunity to read, hold in your hand the book, Your Personal Supercomputer. And if not, I invite you to go to my website. I'll tell you that in a little while, where there's an audio book and you can hear Your Personal Supercomputer. It's an amazing realization that we all do have a supercomputer that goes way beyond anything that we think on a daily basis. It's very special. Now, I have a fly that won't leave me alone, so excuse me. Uh, uh, Going a little. I think I lost my place. Okay. I have been using the theme of childhood, my own in particular, because I'm now realizing just how rich and vivid it has been in remembering it. And a child, what I realize, responds without question. The brain of an adult reacts to all inputs and outputs called emotions. They get a reaction which short stops the full experience of an unknown. A child will just rush in and enjoy that unknown because that's what they do. It's exciting, it's fun, it's not what you hear every day. So, yesterday was an amazing day for me because so many things came very clear. Um, and it's very hard. Sometimes you have an experience and you want to put them into words, but hopefully this will happen as I go along. Now, if you jump into cold water and react immediately, you will experience the effect of cold. And you may jump right out. And it's too cold. You can't stay there. It's ridiculous. Your teeth will fall out. And every other silly thing you've heard during your life. However, that's a reaction. If you surpass the reaction and allow your body to adjust, you will experience the elation of your interface with your personal supercomputer, and the experience of cold will disappear. Now that's very interesting because I can't tell you how many times I have a thought and Robert says, "Don't think that. That'll get in the way of your experiencing it." And at first I kept saying, you know, it just felt like brakes were being put on. And the more I recognize what's going on, the more I realize that everything is happening because I don't put the brakes on with thoughts. And the more I don't put the brakes on with thinking, the more the magic can happen. That's very big. That's very wonderful. So you see, this advancement center is just a way of life, a way of reminding us of all the freedom that we come to this earth with. It's very important. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I had such a good time. I just bathed in all of this wonder of truth and realizing sometimes we're close, sometimes we're at a distance, and 3 times a week we are the reminders to ourselves and everyone else. I'm just going to keep going here because it's all fantastic. Yeah, just I'm realizing more and more why Robert always tells me how a thought can hijack an experience from happening. Yeah, I just told you that. Yeah, yeah. No more. I've said it out loud. I've made a declaration. And no more will I hijack my own experience of the unknown and the wonder and the magic. And you're all my witnesses. I have a dear friend named Luz who wrote a book called The Book of Trust. In it, she refers to two wolves named Fear, and the other one is Trust. And she tells this wonderful story. And of course, it ends up with, and who do you feed? Now, this woman is an amazing leader. In fact, she has a weekly Zoom call with the head of every country in South America. And they are speaking about progress and many, many important things. And she said, Barbara, I did it because I believe in trust. I give everyone my trust and they return it. Well, that brought back a memory. It is so vivid, it's amazing. And now I'll take you there. 2508 Quentin Road, Brooklyn, New York. I'm about 4 or 5, I think. It's the middle of winter. That must be 5. I have to get dressed for school. My mother has the oven on to heat the kitchen. I'm standing on a chair. She's helping me get dressed, I think. Yeah. And all I can remember is her telling me about two wolves. One is good and one is bad. Now, she probably thought this was pretty terrific. I look at it and I say, that's pretty awful. You don't give a child a choice of good or bad and who you're going to feed. And even putting that in to my awareness, I don't agree with. And then I came across a book. It was written in 1963, and I don't know when I read it, but it was called Never Cry Wolf. I cannot recommend it more highly. It's by Farley Mowat. I just looked it up, but I've never forgotten it. And that's when I learned to love wolves. He wrote about his experiences of watching wolves as they live, raise their young, hunt, be together in a community in some subarctic Canada. And when I read it, I said, that's how we all should live. They're kind, they're courteous, they love, they take care of each other's young, they protect. And it's always stayed with me. Now, if I read that in the 60s or 70s, we're talking more than 50 years ago. So you don't give a child an either or, good or bad. You let the child experience the magic of everything. And then and as long as we're on the subject of children, I just feel like I want to share this with you as well. The capabilities that are being revealed in children who are sometimes diagnosed and labeled with some socially uncontrollable disease are simply amazing. The continuous flow of high-speed energy and the understanding of complex subjects show that something has disturbed the calm that has been painted over humanity, and the unlimited nature of our being is starting to creep through to the surface. This is only the start of the injection of what we may call unusual. But our society is being forced to change and accommodate all the variations that we as individuals present to the physical plane. The most positive thing is that deep honor and integrity that comes with the random nature of our new world, and it can now be felt in all our interactions. There is no other way to be. Even if you think you can be different, Spirit leads the way, and the trillions of interactions that happen throughout the universe all take control out of your hands to produce a perfection that is beyond all imagination. All the detail is held within the simplicity of how to handle impossible. And now we are starting to do it every day. You don't even have a description for the beautiful things like excitement, joy. So many other things are surpassed because they come from nowhere and from the land of magic and miracles. And now you can start to see how impossible the life you have been living actually is. It's not that it's wrong, it's that you took on the impossible and you achieved it. And now it's time for you to understand from another level that the impossible continues, and the smile and the sparkle in your eyes gets bigger each time you find how really deep this impossibility is. And each time you actually stir up a moment, you feel the things that you would love to have just appear for you right now. And the more you do that, the more they will appear. Before signing off, last night as I was looking through my papers, I was inspired to write to Simeon because yesterday was a day of discovery, of realizing so many things that had just whizzed by me for so many years. And all of a sudden, everything is becoming clearer and clearer. And I believe the time was 8:35 last night. And I wrote, an awake day with new awarenesses. Considering broadcast tomorrow and the endless truths already given by Robert via Youngsite has me in awe. Are there words you can offer at this time, dear Simeon? And he wrote, or dictated, Dearest Barbara, life is, flow is, truth is, and what we can see, feel, hear, or sense is the theme and variations played by each individual, encased in a form, playing their level of life according to their awakenedness and ability to bring forth the sparkles, magic, and miracles from their origin. The more fact, the mere fact that your childhood is and was so vivid, your sharings bring your vividness, joy, and love to share with others who perhaps can drop a few veils of forgetting or forgettery and bring forth their glorious time in the great hall, dancing to the music of the spheres. Enjoy the happiness you bring to so many. We love and honor you and all your loving friends forever. Simeon. So, friends, thank you for joining me, listening to me unravel a few things. And I look forward to a future that is so bright and shiny and happiness with celebrations at the drop of any hat. So until next time, I wish you perfect life, perfect health, and a really splendid future. Thank you.